Yeah, but that's 2.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like number.
The inverse. I just need to.
Where is it?
Number 17.
Oh, 17?
And then, is that what you're talking about?
Which one? Which
Yeah, 17.
Oh, yeah,
The
you did
first-
17.
So which one? The first one or the second one?
Oh, we'll get there. How's that
The
sound?
only one.
Okay. All right, so let's get started so we get through this.
Second.
All right? So,
You did. Is that what you
let me see. We're up to number 16. Determine algebraically whether each function is even, odd, or neither. All right? So even, odd, or neither, do you remember that?
Yes.
Yes.
-8/3. I didn't reduce it enough, that's all.
And do you remember this?
Thank you.
Remember when I went over that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, obviously, folks, there's only 3 choices. If you didn't know it, it's eeny meeny, correct?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, and some people have done that. When I was teaching elementary school, 8th grade math, I said to the class, okay, so I want you to number your paper from 1 to 20. There are 5 choices for each possible answer. I want you to guess. So I was teaching them to see if guessing would do it. And they just randomly guessed. Okay, 5 choices for each problem. What do you think the scores were? How many think you got right?
50%.
No way, not even close.
Like,
Oh.
like 40 or 30.
How many exactly
20%.
did they get correct?
Out of how many?
You
Out of 20?
15%. No, 25%.
5.
Oh, wow, they're terrible guessers.
Terrible guessing. So, if you're guessing, that's up to you, but you know the odds now, because I actually did an experiment with the class, so it was actually a pretty good experiment. Okay, so, folks, if you can figure it out, come on, you can do this, right? Okay, I'm just trying to get in your brain that you could do this, all right? You know, if you're out of time, obviously, you gotta guess. Anything's better than nothing, right?
Yes.
Okay, so, this particular one, we already got up the x, so up the negative x. Well, that,
2x squared minus 6.
everybody sees that? Or do I have to, do I need to go through the steps? You just plug in the negative x, and negative x to the 4th is the same, so what is it?
Even.
It's even. And by the way, it's either even, odd, or neither.
Why is it?
It's even, odd, or
No, why?
So if I plug negative x in here, and I put it to the 4th power, I still get the same thing. If I plug negative x in here, I put it to the 2nd power, I still get the same thing.
But would it be like x to the 4th power minus x to the 2nd power, or would it be 2x minus x?
Then you need to do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I thank you for telling me. So you replace the x with a negative x. And this to the 4th power is 2x to the 4th. This to the 2nd power is the same thing. And it says if 1 is equal to 2, then it's equal. And you do not need to go any further. There's only one answer per problem. Okay? And come over here, do the same thing. And what does it turn out?
No, 3x squared minus 5.
Minus 5?
Oh no, sorry.
It's 3x cubed.
For the copy column?
Yeah, that's
It's
to the
like,
third.
This is weird because it should
Yeah.
be.
Okay. Yeah, I
But
agree.
if it's confused.
then
Guys, thank you
then
for
it
at least
will be-
correcting it. Okay, so,
This is the one.
That makes it
all right, so this one you end up with negative 3x cubed plus 5.
Yes.
And this does not equal this, right?
You're right.
So let me get to the third one. And you put a negative in front of the whole thing.
Mhm.
Um,
They're not equal, so it's neither.
So the second is not equal to the third, so it's neither. So does that mean the third answer is automatically odd?
Yeah.
I
How many
mean,
would just put odd, not even do it, and move on? Come on.
I got a 33% chance of guessing right, so.
Man is using math here, right? That's exact, I guess I would have gone down that road too. Negative X. Good, I like the thinking. So is 1 equal to 2?
No.
No.
Okay. Put a negative in front of the whole thing. You know, this game I played with you last time? Put the negative right in the middle.
Yeah, and you're like, just go to the top or the bottom.
And then how many people got all confused? You go, oh, do you use the negative for the top, the bottom, or both? Remember that?
Mhm.
So I want to see if it's equal to this, so where would I move it to?
The top.
The top, so if I move it to the top, I get negative x over x squared minus 1, and these two are now the same, so the answer is?
Odd.
So if you were doing the Ashton method, you would have guessed it and saved 2 minutes. I like the attitude. All right, 17. Well, folks, before I do this problem, it looks like this greater than sign might not be perfect. Do you see it? On the print?
No, it's fine.
Okay, just so you see it. All right, so, you remember how to do this?
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna act like I'm you. I have no idea what to do, you gotta tell me.
Make some tables.
Make it table. Okay, good. What numbers?
0. Start with
Do we
0.
start with
Open. 0 open.
that number?
It's open. So -1, 2.
Okay. Well, you really, 3 numbers will be sufficient, okay? So plug the numbers in.
1,
1.
0, and -1.
All right, do we have any open circles?
0.
0.
Okay, so I just write open. You don't have to write it, it's for your knowledge only. I'm not looking at it on the final, I don't care. All right, so go over here and plot those. And do we have an arrow?
Yes.
Yes, it keeps going, right? Please make the arrow a little below that dot, not on the dot. All right?
Are we determining we have an arrow because it doesn't have an equal to, or why do we have an arrow?
Because
it
there's only
doesn't-
one number here. So if I had a number on both sides of the X, there would be an
Start
area
with
that you
1.
can only use.
Oh.
That make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, let's try the other one. All right, what number you want to start with?
0.
0.
Y.
Because that's the
Because it's on
number.
the number.
Good. 0. What else?
1,
1 and 2.
2.
Okay. So plug in 0.
0.
1.
1.
1,
4.
4.
Okay. Any open or close?
Close.
So it's all closed. That's 0, 0.
Mhm.
1, 1, 2. And what happens when you get there? Arrow, keep going, because there's only one number there. Okay, that's it.
Easy peasy.
18.
Lemon squeeze.
Okay, it says find a function that is found graph after the following transformations, and you start off with y equals root x. Reflect across the x-axis. Outside.
Square root of x.
Keep going, shift right 3 units.
Under the radical, -3.
Under the right negative 3, I'm sorry, x minus 3. And C, shift down to,
Minus 2 on the outside.
there it is. Okay. All right. I'm sorry to go back to 16. I don't know where I was. All right. It says, and folks, this was problem number 2 on your last test. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Folks, some people, this was a nightmare. You gotta know this for the test. Okay? Please don't slack off on this problem. All right, it says write in standard form. So how do I do that?
We gotta complete the square.
Complete the square
Look at the formula sheet.
and move everything else over to the other side, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Look at the.
Half the
What
What is
middle,
this supposed
Yeah.
to look like?
3.
square. This is good. Okay, there is your. That's a chunk of points there. Okay, and that was A. B, C, D.
On the final, there is the possibility that we will be asked to find a lattice rectum, correct?
So you have to put the dot, 3, -2, and let's graph that. Okay, give you a second to catch up. You only write so fast. All right, now what do we do?
And focus for it equals
4.
Where A equals whatever number's in front, right?
So 8 equals 1.
At least it's not a quarter. Remember the problem with the quarter?
Yep.
Yeah, that was painful. Okay, so, I need to know, first of all, which way is the graph going to be opening?
Up.
Up, because it says x squared and it's positive, right?
Yes.
So if you wanted to, why don't you draw the graph before you put everything else in, so at least you know you're putting it in the right place. Because otherwise, you're gambling, aren't you? All right, so whatever you need to do to lead yourself to the correct answer is what you do. All right, so what do you do with the A equals 1?
Move
Move
up
up.
1
Move up
from the
1, put it
vertex.
right there.
Mhm.
So this is the vertex, this is the focus, and what is the focus?
Negative 3, negative 1.
Okay, good. Well, I can tell somebody's been studying here. You see how it's going? That's good, I like that. Okay, what about the directrix?
Does the
Opposite.
one
So,
behind.
so one behind, okay, we call it one behind, I'll have to remember that. That works, I'll use it in my next semester. All right, and what is this, the equation of this line?
Y equals negative 3.
Arm. That was good. Now, we need the points of the lattice rectum, right?
Mhm.
So that means from here, you have to go over and put 2 dots. You have to tell me what they are. So they're not gonna ask you over here, what is it? They're gonna say, put it on the graph and tell me the points. Got that?
Mhm.
Okay, and if you don't do that, maybe you'll lose a point, but why not get it? All right, so, do we know any parts of each of these points?
The
Y
Y.
equals negative 1.
Y value is negative 1, I hear.
Yep.
Okay, negative 1. This, oh, so I gotta take that out. You're gonna think that's part of the answer. All right. All right, so, I got x plus 3, y equals 4, y plus 2. And you said y value was negative 1, right?
Yep.
So negative 1 plus 2 is
1.
1 times 4.
4.
Okay. Now what?
Squared.
many answers?
Two.
Two, so we're gonna get plus minus, what?
Two.
Two?
Minus 3 plus
So we got -3 plus two and -3 minus two.
1.
-1, -5.
-5. -1. Oh, look at that, you could have guessed it. You get graph paper, right?
Yeah.
All right, what are you gonna get?
Oh, inverse.
And do you consider that a hard problem?
No.
Be honest. How many consider that a hard problem? So,
Depends on the day.
so if you're making 3 rounds when you're doing this test, round 1 is to answer the stuff that's real easy, quick, done, right? Round 2 is to hit most of the rest of the test and save the killers for the very end. Where would this problem fall?
Number 2.
In the beginning.
So would you say it's the second round or the third round? How many say second round? Raise your hand. Okay. I'd like to just hear your thoughts about it. We're forming an attack plan here, right? Okay, if you don't have a plan, you could get in trouble. All right, so 17. Onions. Okay. Not the determinant, the inverse, right? Okay, do you remember my trick? Get the determinant. So that's 5 times 9.
Minus 3 times 1 equals 42.
42. Oh, on purpose, it's not 1 anymore. I made sure it's not 1, by the way. Because, you know, you're gonna just be fooled, and you can't be fooled. So you go and put 1 over the determinant.
Mhm.
And what are we doing with the numbers?
5 and 9 switch,
5 and 9 switch,
and then 3 and 1 switch signs.
and switch signs, but keep them in the same place, right? And then you just multiply, oh no, Tiago's gonna think I'm doing that again to him. Yeah. Tiago, I want you to know, I told my morning class about this, and they were thinking the same way. So that was really good. You notice that I jumped right back, didn't I? Because I remember what people say, don't I? So it's like good, like I didn't do that to you and then you got stuck again. There might be somebody in the back thinking the same way. So now you know, we're not doing 1 times that and 42 times that. Each number over 42. 9 over 42. Negative 3 over 42 would be?
Negative 114.
Negative 114. Negative 1 over 42. And 5 over 42. And there it is. Yes, okay.
How do you get the 42?
So, do you remember determinants? Look, multiply this zone, subtract this multiplier. So you got 5 times 9 minus 3 times 1.
Oh, it's the bottom part there.
Yeah, that's okay.
On the final, they're gonna prefer the answers reduced, right? Or will it
Yes.
not? Okay,
They
940
might.
seconds reduces.
I think you could, do you know you could do that on your calculator if you really got that desperate? If you push 9 over 42 on your calculator and you push equals, will it reduce?
Yes.
314.
314.
Well, then you got nothing to worry about, okay? Could this be your first problem?
Yes.
I would say this should be your first problem. Come on, this is a piece of cake, right?
Yeah.
Feel good, get it right, not take 20 minutes, and if it takes 20 minutes, I'm sorry, but you're in trouble. You're in a lot of trouble. All right? Listen, I'm just telling you the way it is. Because honestly, you don't want to hear it any other way anymore. All right? I need everybody to make it. All right? You're all in the game, folks. You can do this. All right? Okay. Number 18, an ellipse.
Yeah.
Has vertices of 4, 3, 4, 9, focus of 4, 8, right in standard form. Okay, you can get that part done, right?
Yeah.
Now, everybody can write that part. Some people on one test, it was the last one, did not even write equals 1. Some people did not write the little squares. Like, where were you? Were you on my planet or your planet?
Mine.
Probably where, Heather?
Probably mine. I was
Okay.
on mine.
All right, well, you think you could show up on my planet on Thursday?
I'll try really hard.
Okay, so should we graph it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's me erasing.
Okay,
No, wait. No,
that's what I got, right?
oh, wait, this is not mine.
So,
No, I think I lost, I forgot
Alright,
mine
you wanna
here
use what?
yesterday.
you want to use this one.
I have another one.
Is that from Las Vegas? How did I know that? No, sorry. All right, so, any thoughts on this one?
Graph it. Oh, yeah. Put the other focus in.
Yeah,
Other focus, and where would
In the
that
center.
be?
Just one away from.
one above the,
What, up here?
Yeah.
All right. Listen, I'm trying to act like you. It's not easy, right? All right, so what else?
See how
Center.
many the vertexes are apart.
Where's the center?
4, 6.
4, 6.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the center? Okay, so,
We know what C and A.
oh, so I know X and Y goes here, right?
Yeah,
On ellipses, it's always X and Y, right? Okay, so you said the center is, how much again?
4, 6.
All right, so what am I writing?
X minus 4 and then Y minus 6.
Okay, you got, folks, you got half the answer done already, don't you? Okay, so did you notice on your test, this was where I gave points. So I gave you 2, 2, 2, 2. That's how I marked it. I only give you what you give me. Give me the whole thing, you get a full 8. All right? If you forget the 1, then I subtract 1. If you forget a square, I subtract 1. So folks, please get it. Come on, you can do this. All right? What goes under the Y part?
9.
9.
I hear 9.
Yes.
And how'd you get 9? Because from the center to the
Vertex.
vertex, one of the vertices is 3 units, right? So, and that's on which axis?
Y
The
axis.
Y, so it's 9. And how am I gonna get the other one?
Well, we know what C
Squared
and A
minus
are.
B
so-
squared equals C.
A squared minus B squared equals C squared, right, you go the other way. All right, so, A would be the 9, right?
Mhm.
All right, I don't know the B. Do I know what C is?
Yes.
So I hear, how
Well,
many?
it's 2 squared.
It's 2, from here to here, it's 2, isn't it?
Yes.
So 2 squared is 4. So what is B squared equal?
5.
5.
5. I think I did this,
Can't
gave you
believe it took
this
us so long.
exact problem
Yeah.
in the test. didn't I?
Yeah.
I know, yeah, it's-
Yeah, I bet you still had trouble. Okay, so I did all 18, didn't I? Did I get everything?
Wants us to graph it.
No, finish graphing.
Oh,
You need to
okay.
finish your circle.
Oh, grab it, okay, so we need to go square root of 5, which is roughly how much?
2.2.
2.0? Okay, 1, 2, 3, so. 1, 2, 3, Oh, that's really bad. Okay.
It's not supposed to look like a circle.
Goes Listen, we're gonna turn that camera and watch the great Tiago do graph one of these. I told you to grade them. Never insult people, you just play along, right? Nobody wants to get insulted. I never do that. Okay, so, it says use row operations. You remember that? All right, so what's the first form we're putting it in?
Augmented.
Augmented, good. got 1, 2, 5,
1,
1,
1, 3.
3. Remember this?
Mm-hmm.
Now, folks, I know that we did this problem in class, and you could honestly recall the answer, but there's no way, if this is on the final exam, you're gonna recall anything. You're not even gonna be sure who you are at that moment. All right, so you gotta do it. So what are we supposed to get? What's the routine? 1.
1, 0, 1, 0.
Okay, so do we have the 1?
Yes.
All right, so we need to get 0, so this is which row?
Row 2.
The new row 2 we're gonna get. And how do I get 0 here?
Negative 1 times
Negative 1 times row 1
Negative 1 times row 1
plus row 2.
plus row 2. Could you have done row 1 minus row 2?
Yeah.
Could you have done row 2 minus row 1? Many versions, right? Okay, so if this were to be on the final, I'm not gonna sit there and stare it down. I'm really gonna be just glancing through and seeing that you came up with the 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay? That's really what people do. If I'm gonna stare at your rows, you know how long it's gonna take me to mark your test? It sure isn't gonna happen on Thursday night, is it? Be lucky if I get through
So-
Saturday night.
Will the grades be posted Thursday night
Will the grades be posted?
for the test?
Do you think I would I would work and slave for you the whole night?
Yes. I know
I
you
do.
would.
I
I
told
think
my,
you're a good guy, Jack.
thank you. No, I told my wife on Thursday night, she knows I'm gonna have like 60+ exams to mark, and I want it over with. So that's what I usually do. So I do mark them all, and I do enter them in Canvas. When you see Canvas, you know where it's happening, right?
I do have a question about Canvas. So I was looking at the syllabus and it says the weight of the final is 30%, but it does it reflect that in Canvas? It seems like it just has the same
Oh, I've
percent.
already have it all set for that.
Okay.
So what they ask you at the beginning of the semester is we have to set it up, and it's been 3 years already, I can do it blindfolded.
Okay. I was just wondering.
So,
if it was the same.
I enter all the tests, and it says the weight of each test, I put 10%. Your project and your e-portfolio, I put 15 each. And then I put your final is 30. And it has to add up to 100, it'll bounce it.
Okay.
So that's up to 100. Now, if you missed a test, Canvas is not correct. I don't care if it says 90 and if you didn't get at least 60%, it is wrong. If you get below 60, you get a D+. Okay, and there's nothing I can do about Canvas. You can't even override the grade. So I will send you a separate email stating that. All right, and that's just how it is. So anybody that missed a test, do not expect Canvas to be accurate. Okay, and that's all, just all there is. So you get a separate email with your actual grade. I do it by hand. I just take out my calculator and punch the buttons. All right, and then if you have a question, if you wish to see your final exam after this, you will have to make an appointment with the math department head, because they will have them once I turn them in. And you can't expect to look at it on Friday, because it's not happening. I am not driving here for you. Go away. All right, next week, you can come and look at it. All right? Okay, so let's do it. Ready? Here we go. So -1 times row 1 would be what?
Negative 1,
-1.
negative
2,
2,
negative 5,
Add copy row 2.
1, 3,
Then add them up.
0, -1, -2.
So that's the new row 2, right?
Right.
All right? So now I want a +1 here. What was it? You can multiply the whole row by negative, so you can make the new row 2 is -1 times row 2. All right? And if you do that, you will get 0, 1, 2, right? Close. I get something wrong here tonight.
Oh, you put the negatives there again, just, yeah. Now we're good.
Okay, so we got 1, 2, 5, 0, 1, 2. All right, done. What's the last thing you need to do?
Get a 0.
Get a 0 right here, right? So that's new row 1. and
Row,
you get 1 there.
row 2 times negative 2.
Row 2, how about row 1 minus,
Why wouldn't that work?
and negative 1 times row 2. That'll be right? All right, so row 1 is 1, 2, 5, and multiply negative 1 times row 2. 0, negative 1, negative 2, right? So we have, oops, so we have 1, 1, and 3, right? Oh no.
'Cause it-
What did I do wrong?
You could times row 2 by negative 2,
So it would make,
Negative 2, thank you. All right, so root 2 times
and
negative
then add it, not subtract.
2. Yep, okay.
You're good.
We're good? Okay, so 0 times that, negative 2, negative 4, so we got 1, 0, 1, correct? So our final arithmetic matrix is 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, right?
That's what I did.
So X and Y, 1 and 2, correct? How many got that? Okay. Okay, number 20. Okay, so, number 20 says, write in standard form, right? Okay, do you remember this?
Yes.
All right, so separate the y's, and can I just put the subtraction in the middle? Is that okay? And that means that the 4x squared becomes a positive 4x squared, and the negative 8x becomes a positive 8x, and it equals 4, right? Everybody good?
Yes.
All right, now, make sure there's no number in the front. If there's no number in the front, take half,
2,
square it,
4.
add 4 to both sides.
Take out a 4.
Now you're gonna take the 4 out, so we really have negative 4 parentheses, x squared,
Plus 2x.
Plus 2x, okay? And just write this down. Okay. All right, so what is half of that? 1 squared, and then you were actually multiplying it by?
4. Negative 4.
By negative 4, so what is, that answer is negative 4, right?
Hmm.
And so you're adding negative 4 to both sides, correct? And factor. So we got y minus what? X minus, x plus? 1. Is this in the right form?
Divided by 4.
Divided by 4. Y minus 2 squared. 4 minus,
X.
cancel, x plus 1 squared over 1. And I'm just writing all the parts. Folks, what does it say in there? Does it say to find the asymptotes or just draw them?
Draw.
And how is it written on the drawing part?
oblique
Oblique.
asymptotes.
So folks, don't look at me like you didn't hear it, because that's the way it's gonna be written. Okay? Asymptotes are asymptotes. All right, so if your brain clicks off, just go asymptotes. Just draw some X in there somewhere, okay? All right, whatever it takes. Okay, so get some answers here. Do you know the center?
Yes.
Negative 1, 2. And how'd you get that? You would see the x part first, right? Okay, and let's put that actually in the graph. Okay, so when I'm graphing this, the more I graph, the better. All right, now, transverse axis. Well, I don't even know that yet, right? So why don't we get the rest of the graph, and then we'll get the rest of the answers. So, what am I doing going left and right, how many?
2 up and down. Left and right is 1.
Left and right is 1. Well, square root of that, right? Okay. And then up and down, how much? 2. And draw your what?
Your box.
Yeah.
That's right. So folks, if you don't have this part right, your box isn't even gonna be in the right location. I'll catch up, I'll wait for you. We'll all draw at the same speed. Just a lot of information. It all comes down to you, if you're just having focus, right? You can do this. And you better be doing that inverse to what I showed you, or else. All right, and where is the graph going to be? Up, down, left, or right?
Up and down.
Up and down, why?
Because y squared is first.
Because y squared is first. Okay.
What's this? X?
Now, do you know the transverse axis?
X equals -1.
X equals -1, so it's really that dotted line, right? Okay. Vertices.
-1, 4.
-1, 4, so that's -1, 1, 2, 3, here is right here. And what's this one?
-1, 0.
-1, 0. Good. Okay, now what about the foci? What's the formula?
C squared equals A squared plus B squared.
Is that in your formula page?
I don't.
Yes, it is.
Probably.
You actually look. And can you tell me where?
Bottom left.
Bottom left.
Second set of formulas.
Bottom left, second set of formulas. Do you see it? And it says c squared equals a squared plus b squared. That one below it is just moving it around. Ignore it. That will confuse you, won't it? All right? I don't want you getting confused, seriously. All right, so what, we're looking for c squared. And what's a squared? Or what's b squared?
1,
So c squared is,
5.
and c is root 5, right? All right, now this is going to separate the adults from the children in here. What do you do with that?
Take the center.
Go from the center,
And then go up and down.
go up and down that, right?
Yep.
So you can say it's going to be here and here. So the foci. Now, which axis did I add that on to? The x value or the y value of the center?
Y.
The y value. So take the center and just add that and subtract that on the y value. And that's the second number, right?
Yeah.
And you're done. The pain is over. That's a painful problem. I don't care what you say, that's a painful problem. That definitely is your second or third round. Okay, that's a time-consuming problem. Unless you know this really well, I would consider saving that near the end. Okay? All right? I'd rather you get 3 other problems instead of getting this one and suffering. Okay? So think about it. All right? 21. 21. Find the determinant.
This is going to be my first.
Now, folks, I put this in there just to get you going. Okay, I've never seen this on final, but you really need to know this for the other part, don't you? All right, so the determinant would be -4 times 3 minus -5 times so, right?
-2.
Okay? And don't forget, there is a subtraction in the middle. I mean, there are some people are making mistakes on determinants. So this is -12, and this is +10. Answer is
-2.
-2. Could that be your second problem?
First.
If it's there, it
Could
could
be
be
our
the first
first.
or second. Right. Well, you know, what I'm
Then
trying
the
to do
inverse
is
is
get
second.
you to see stuff that comes easily, right? Okay?
Take it easy.
All right. Number 22.
I drew a blank on this one for a second. This is that. So it should be
All right. So, do you remember this problem? So this is the 3x3 deal, right? Every test has always been one 3x3 determinant. Okay? All right, so, solving for y, right?
Yep.
Now, you know what some people did on the last exam? They did all the work and they put 81 over here instead. You know what that does? That's suffering.
Makes you
isn't
wanna
it?
cry.
Why couldn't you put -81 on the bottom, folks? How many people did that? Oh, it was you? I don't remember. I know in both classes this happened. So, you know, I'm really fresh after I mark an exam. I can almost pick out who did it because I just marked it, but I don't remember. That was like 2 weeks ago. Okay? All right, so, the determinant for the top. All right, so can you give me the numbers?
1,
-8.
-8, -3, 3, 12, 3, 1, 1, 6.
All right. So folks, if you did that, that's worth a couple points, right? Well, come on, you can finish it. So what else do I have to write here?
1, 3, 1, and then -8,
-8,
12, 1.
Yeah, so if you happen to look on your on your last test, I believe I gave everybody 2 points for trying if you couldn't get it. I thought 2 points was worth it, but that's a lot of work, isn't it? All right? Folks, I'm not gonna stare down your numbers, seriously. You're either gonna give me the right answer or you get either the correct number or you get 2 for trying. That's it. And if you leave it blank, you get nothing. You don't get 2 for nothing. So, I don't have the answer in front of me. Did anybody get the top?
It's 216.
216?
Yep.
So y is equal to
Eight.
-8.
-8/3.
Can we just go over, because I thought I understood the way to do this, and I
You need me to
haven't.
write it out?
Yeah,
No problem, that's what I'm
That's
here
addition.
for. All right?
Exactly.
So remember, we're doing,
Right to left, right to left. Yes.
so we got,
Left to right, that's right. Yes, left to right. I think we'll get it.
They're all left and right. All left and right.
I can go right to
Heather, you okay on those slants?
I can go down.
yes,
Boom, boom, boom.
yes.
Okay. I'll use black for the other quarter, right?
Yeah.
Then you're gonna get this one.
It wasn't for a minute. Not turning there.
where's your question?
So I think what I was doing was, I was going left to right for the first set, and then I was circling the correct ones going back, but then I was starting with -8.
You could do that.
Would
You
it,
mean doing this, then this, then this? You could do that.
but then subtracting them, it wouldn't, would it work?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
are
so-
you adding those three answers up and then putting a negative in front of it? Are you doing it that way, or are you doing a negative in front of each answer? So you know, notice I have a negative in front of each answer, don't I? What were you, which method were you doing? Because there were two ways. I had a student one semester, he didn't like this method, he just wanted me to put some big negative in, add everything in the middle.
I was doing negative, but somewhere I was still getting,
I mean, because if I put this over here, this and this second and this last, it's the same thing.
okay.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, if you reverse the -8 and the 6, if you flip-flop those, it's still gonna come up with the same answer. Yeah, yeah, the integers are all still there.
so, Heather,
I'm writing it down.
so you see what's going on?
I can't, I need to,
I mean, do you see that it didn't matter which
Yeah.
line you started with, which diagonal? It all comes out the same.
yeah. So I don't know why I was, when I was studying for the last test, I kept getting a different answer every time.
No, you gotta get the right answer.
I know, so
This is just straight old multiplication, right?
I thought I.
This is not even college math at this point, is it? Okay? So, I'm just telling you that you can get this. Anybody else have a question? No? Okay, so what was the final answer? It was 216 on the top?
How come they decided?
Over -81, so it was -8/3. Okay? All right, let's keep going. All right, let's see. What is,
Flip open the book.
folks,
I got it right here.
I don't even have the inverse of it. Wasn't that one of the problems I made sure you knew
Yeah,
how
that's
to
the
do?
homework one.
Yeah, do I need to go back and do that one?
I don't know what it is.
It was fine, using the,
right here.
And you plug them all back in each other?
oh, wait, did I put one on here like that? No, I did not, we could do it.
Okay.
Sorry, we definitely gotta do it.
You want to
23.
see it?
Yeah, I cannot let you miss on that one. So,
I'll change it here.
50.
Is it,
57, that's what we have.
is it 111?
59857.
Our
Is it
safe,
number 12?
I think that that's the one we're
Yeah.
looking at.
Yeah,
That? 12?
yeah, like number 12. Is that the same one? Yeah, because I need that inverse, thank you. Let me just make sure. Yep, that's it, okay. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so here's the problem, do it over again.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Listen, but I thought it was what, like 2 weeks ago? Some people don't even remember what they did 10 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, found this. Thank you very much. She saved me. Do you remember this? Okay, so they're giving you 3 equations, 3 unknowns, and they're asking you to solve it using the inverse. Okay, what's this little -1 mean?
Inverse.
It means the inverse. Okay, so what's the only thing that is missing over here?
Multiplying the,
The answer. So write the answer. By the way, I'm going to tell you that a lot of people got this problem right on the last exam. Just do it the same exact way, and you're in. This could be the first problem of your second round, correct?
That's given.
All right, do you remember how to do
And
it?
then you're getting a
Row by column.
We're doing row by column, right? So this is like, what is this, section 8.4? I think it was that section 8.4. Multiplying matrices, right? Okay, so what's the dimensions of this one?
3 by
3 by 3, and this one?
3 by
3 by 1. Of course, the middle is out, so it should be a 3 by 1, right? So keep the 1/7 in there. All right. So we're doing row times column, right? -5 times 9 plus 1 times 8
This calculator somewhere.
plus 3 times 1, right? Remember that?
Uh-huh.
And then you're doing the second row by the same first column. Oops.
That's right.
Yes.
5 times 9 plus 1 times 8.
We just repeat the first matrix and then leave space.
Yep.
Parentheses in.
Yeah, you can do that too.
This one just does it for you.
You just like,
Everybody remember that?
Yes.
so you
What was your
add it
first
in the
number?
First matrix.
-34. Next one,
Just
85.
add 3,
last one.
and then you put in the numbers.
12, okay? And then to finish it up,
-34/7.
divide over 7.
Yep. 12/7.
And then the same thing.
So,
Number 2.
so that means X, Y, and Z. -34/7, 85/7, and 12/7. And boom, done. How many could do that problem in the test? So this definitely could be in the second round, right? Okay, so you see you're trying to come up with some method here,
I was
right?
gonna do first round.
Okay. 24. Find the partial fraction decomposition. And there are some people, remember I need this test to 2 classes. There were some people, I went over the exact problem 5 minutes before the test. And you know what they wrote on the test? Nothing. What is happening here, folks? Even if I write the answer on the board, you still can't get it? There's nothing I can do for you. Come on, guys, you can do this, all right? All right, so what's the routine?
Factor.
Factor. All right, so let's factor.
2x minus 1,
2x minus 1,
x plus 2.
x plus 2. Okay? Remember I told you, keep it simple, we're not doing the complicated ones. We have 2x minus 1 and x plus 2, right?
Yep.
Okay, so most people were good with this point. Everybody wrote A, B, and then the trouble started. All right? This is when people got into a lot of trouble. All right, so what is missing in this denominator that that one has?
X
X
plus 2.
plus 2.
X plus 2. And what's missing in this one?
2x minus 1.
2x minus 1. So the common denominator should be the same throughout, right?
Yep.
Once they are,
Clear.
you can say goodbye to all of them. Now,
Yep.
folks, you don't have to. You don't have to cross it off. Okay, just don't write it on the next line. That's all I care about. All right, and what do you do here?
Distribute.
Distribute.
Ax plus 2a plus 2bx minus b.
Okay, give me a chance to catch up. I am running quick. Sorry, but I can't write that fast either.
Combine that terms and set the other one to 0. Gather your x.
Is the,
And you divide the x out. And you have the system equations that you can do.
is this one that you're gonna have 2 answers? So they put bx plus 2 minus a over x plus 2, b over
Yeah, you're
2x.
gonna get 2 amps, yes, that's it. Good, you want it. All right, so, write all the x terms. And then write the plain number terms. And what do you set the plain number terms equal to?
0.
Because there's no, if it said like plus 5, you would write 5 here. You with me? But since it only has the 4x, that's 0. All right? How do I get rid of the x's here?
Divide by x.
Divide by x. So we get a plus 2b. 2b equals 4, and 2a minus b is equal to 0. Okay? And then you have your choice of how you want to solve it. And you have many ways, right? How many people are going to do elimination? How many people are going to do Kramer's rule? Okay, so should we do Kramer's rule? Okay, a little practice never hurts. Okay, so what goes on the bottom?
1, 2,
1, 2, 2,
2,
negative 1.
negative 1.
Okay, write it twice. And what goes on top of that?
4, 2, 0, negative 1.
Good. And the top of B?
1, 4, 2, 0.
Okay. Remember, folks, you have many ways to get the answer. So, what would the determinant of the bottom be? -5. So if that was -5, that was -5. And if you have to do it twice to confirm it, that's up to you. All right? Doing the top of the other one. -4. And top of this one. -8. So what does A equal? 4 over 5. And B is 8 over 5. Am I done?
No,
What do I have to do to finish?
put it in.
I have to put it in and write it so you have the actual two big fractions. Because remember, you're separating it into partial fractions. So you put 4 over 5 and 8 over 5. And if you wish to write the 5 at the bottom, if you want to go down there, you can. You can just leave it like this. This is it. Done. Okay? So, what I just said, if you didn't understand what I was just saying, ignore me. No, that was meant for a couple of people that were actually doing that. All right. We have 3 problems left. And the 3 problems are dealing with Chapter 9. Okay? So, folks, expect Chapter 9. All right. Okay, let's see what it says. A brick staircase. Where would you see a brick staircase?
The school.
On a building. Could it be your front door, your front steps?
Yeah.
It could be, instead of regular cement. That's the fancy version, right? Anybody here have brick steps? Raise your hand outside your house. Okay. It's pretty nice, isn't it? All right. Okay, so a brick staircase has a total of 25 steps. The bottom step requires 80 bricks. Each step thereafter has 3 fewer bricks than the prior step. How many bricks are required to build the staircase?
Sorry. Okay.
So we need 2 formulas. Okay, so let's see. We need the first one, the last one. We need the number and the common difference, right? Okay. Yeah, you've never done this problem before, have you? That's good. Well, I have to like throw it out there, I wanna see what you're made out of, right? Okay, so talk to me, anybody. A1 is 80. So she's saying that the bottom is the 80, right?
Yeah.
She's starting at the bottom, she's saying there's 80 bricks, and, go ahead.
N is 25.
And it is 25 because there's 25 steps, right? So you start off with 80 bricks at the bottom, and there's 25 steps going up. That's a lot of steps. And,
Common difference is negative 3.
common difference is -3. So after 80, what's the next step up? After 80, what's the next step? How many bricks? 77, what's the next one?
74,
One more.
71.
71, okay. I'm gonna, visual does help, right? All right, so how many bricks are in the whole thing? So, where's the formula, by the way?
So the last one has
Then here.
25, right?
No, it says there's 25 steps.
Oh, there's 25.
25, 8, and
steps, but I don't know how many bricks are on that 25 step.
Okay.
second row,
Oh, okay. Where is it?
second row.
Oh, top box, second row, on your formula page, right? All right, top box, second row. Top box, third row, first formula, right? Yes, okay, so we have A of n equals A1 plus N minus 1 times D, and then we have S of n is equal to N over 2 times A1 plus A of n. So we're looking for the total amount of steps, right? So let's fill this in, everything we can, and then whatever's left, we'll figure it out, right? What's n?
25,
25, what's the first brick, the first step?
80.
80. Now, I don't know how many bricks are in the last one, right? Yes, now you're gonna find A of n. So you want the, A of n, okay, tell me what the first one is. 80 plus 25 minus 1 times -3. Now, let them catch up.
What is this called?
So this is an arithmetic sequence, correct?
Yep.
Is this a real life problem? Yep. Okay. So that's 80 plus 24 times -3. So how many is it?
15.
8 is correct. Okay? So that is 8. And you're gonna tell me the total sum? I don't have the answer, by the way. 1,100 bricks on here. How many got 1,100? All right, thank you. All right. There's always one arithmetic sequence on every test. Okay? So make sure you know how to do that. You can do this problem, you got this done. Could this be one of your first problems?
No.
No way.
You can put this in the middle.
Boy, he went right after me, didn't he? Why not?
Because they don't give a word problem for your first problem.
Yeah.
They always put the
I'm
word
okay.
problems about second, third, fourth page in.
Okay, good, I like that. So you see,
Like in the
so,
middle.
so do you see, everybody has a different attitude, folks. It's whatever you want it to be, right?
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they will have it just to screw with me. But usually not.
I love this part of it.
So 8 and.
So Dan's attitude towards the word problem is, I'm not doing it right away because I don't want to.
So
Yeah,
this
they come
is the
back to
beginning.
this.
That's
this is the
okay.
end.
So, but at least
So
in
we
your
have to put this like
brain,
this.
you have a plan now, that you're not going to torture yourself when I'm gonna save it to the end.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. All right. 26, find the sum of the infinite geometric series if it converges. If it diverges, state it. Okay, so let's put it in. So what do you think? You think it's gonna diverge or converge? Absolutely, there's no way they're giving you a duck out on that, are they? All right, they get the duck on this one, honestly, you gotta take it. So, all right, let's plug in, and let's make sure, plug into the first three, so we can just make sure. Okay, and you're gonna need the first two terms anyway, you can't get around it unless you're guessing, right? Okay, so, what's 1 minus 1?
0,
So anything's at a 0?
1,
So the answer is?
5.
Okay, 2 minus 1?
One.
1, so we got 1/4, and 5 over 1 is?
Fourth.
5 over 4. And the third one? 5 over 16, right? Okay. So, do you think it converges or diverges? It converges. Anybody need to confirm that? No? Okay, so what's the formula? Oh, by the way, where is the formula? I'm pushing that because if you see it on here and you know where it is, you won't think so much. Tell me which row, tell me which box it's located, which row and which formula it is.
Top box,
Top box,
bottom right.
not the bottom row. No.
Third row.
Third row,
Far right.
far right.
Ah.
See it? S equals A sub 1 over 1 minus R. Everybody see that, right?
Where?
If you don't see it, please make sure that you mark it. Okay, so this way you'll remember it. There's always been one of these also. Okay, not getting around this, folks, they'll do this. So,
Oh, I
the
was,
first
okay.
term is what? 5, 1 subtract. Now, how do you get the common ratio?
Second one is not about.
Second over first. And if you don't like the second over first, could you do the third over the second? Yes, it should all be the same. So how do you do this?
5 over 4 times 1 over 5.
Yeah, put them on it, so 5 over 4 times
1 quarter.
1/4. Piece of cake. Yes?
And all of the things that I've been looking at, I may be wrong, but every diagram like that, you can take 5 as A1 and R is always the middle term, so I just skipped all of that.
If it's working,
Right.
listen, if you've made a conclusion and it works for you, keep using it. All right? I like to confirm. See, when I confirm, I don't ever think backwards,
I
right?
still confirm, I just use my
Right.
solution.
You just cheat, legally cheat. I would do it too. If it worked for me on every problem, then I would just keep going.
It worked on everyone in the homework.
Good, okay. So we get 5 over
1 minus
3
1.
quarters, right? And that's 5 times 4 over 3,
20/3.
20/3. So that's what it adds up to. All right, then we come to the last problem. The binomial theorem. And you know, I loaded this one up as crazy as I could make it.
I had a question on this one.
And you know why I did that, by the way. Look, I want you to see what I did.
The
I
3
first of all
in front
put
of
a
the
number in
x.
front, so you're gonna have to do it out, aren't you? And then I put a negative sign here, so you're gonna have to worry about that also, right? Okay? What's it's not fun, that's right. No, it's not fun, but at least I know, Tori, that if you get this one, you're in,
Yeah.
okay? And that's what I need to make sure of. So I gave you the hardest one they could give. All right? But you know, that's what you wanted me to do. You don't want me to like give you the easy one and you feel good today and on Thursday you feel horrible. All right? Okay, so everybody remember this.
Yeah.
All right, so
I noticed,
somebody has to go up.
I
Can
noticed
somebody just
something-
write the terms? I don't care, no Pascal's triangle, just give me the whole first line without the Pascal triangle on top.
No, I did it last time, somebody else is going.
Well, here, I'll do this, I'm gonna walk out, fill my bottle up, and have somebody, I don't care if 5 people go, just get that up there. See ya.
Is it the-
How do you do it?
This is the parentheses.
No, how do you do it? I know I did it last time.
It's like that.
3x sixth minus 4, 0, and then you just keep doing it. 3x to the fifth minus 4, 1, right?
Yeah, minus.
Oh, it's the opposite. Like
Yeah,
the
it
x
goes
goes
up and
down and then the,
Help me cheat.
So then you just keep
So
going
mix.
down.
Do it fast before it comes back.
I can walk you through it.
Oh, yeah.
4, 0.
Pl- and then you put a
You forgot.
plus.
Is it always a plus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do we switch it? Okay.
Are you kidding me?
X to the 6 raised to the 5. Negative 4 raised to the first. Plus 3x raised to the 4th. Negative 4 raised to the 2nd.
Hurry up, Dan.
I like that he's still doing
Are we good? Yep. All right. Easy.
that. I was trying to remember how to do
Like my son in church.
You know, what'll give me away is the first grade handwriting.
that. Yeah, that's true.
Like, nobody can write that terribly. Not 2 people.
We'll just say it was.
I'll go up there and rewrite it.
You go up there with a pen and just like, oh, let's just finish it.
Caught me.
I'll go sit down now.
Whoa. Listen, I was telling them outside about it.
All good things.
Of course. What are you doing stealing insult people? It's not necessary. All right. So,
Now we gotta do the
so
pyramid.
we good so far?
I'll fit on there.
I almost made it all fit on one line.
How many could do this part right now? Raise your hand. Good, okay, now what about the triangle, right? Pascal's triangle.
Yeah.
1,
1 1
1, 1.
1 2 1 1 3 3 1 1 4 6 4 1
1 5
1
10.
5 10 10 5 1.
So wait, this is the 0 row, the first row, the second row, the third, the fourth, the fifth. Oh, we got one more.
1 6.
1 6 15 20 15 6 1 6
Right.
6.
6 6.
You're trying to see right there. Problem solved.
Hey, what can I tell you?
And then if you use, I noticed this when I was doing this problem,
Yeah.
is whatever is raised, whatever power is raised to, the second number is gonna be the row you should use.
Fancy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So if you're screwing up and you don't remember that you start with 0 or whatever,
Wow,
It's
check
always
it
the
out,
second
folks. Wade's got a new pattern. Look, the second number in the row should match the power. And if you got that, you got it. Way to go. I like that.
Nice.
Somebody came up with a good method. Can I remember that for my next semester?
can you put that on YouTube?
Huh?
Put that
It's on
It's
YouTube.
on YouTube
That's
right now.
right. Oh, it's on YouTube now. Yes.
You can call it the Tiago method.
Yeah, it is the Tiago
Yeah,
method.
there you go.
It is, you get full credit.
Here's now.
YouTube copyright.
That's a copyright, that's right. All right. So if you do that, you got some major points already, didn't you?
First there was Pythagorean, then there was Tiago.
Oh, I love that. Who's the famous mathematician now?
Who's on YouTube?
Let me get this straight. Should we call him Mr. Tiago or should we call him Dr. Tiago?
He
Like that one?
has to get the doctorate
Of
first.
course, no, he's already got the doctorate. He just came up with his own theorem.
Nobel Prize.
Tiago theorem. All right, ready to get an answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so, anything to the 0 power?
1.
1, so what is 3 to the 6 power?
729.
729, x to the
6.
right? All right, this one, -4 to the first is -4. What is 3 to the fifth?
243.
243, and you're multiplying times 6. So those numbers times,
The other one, isn't it?
what is it?
No, no. He's just trying to jump back.
5,832 and x to the fifth.
All right,
I don't like where
this
this
is
is going.
brutal.
I was like, why did you do this?
Well, they put that on the test. At least I got you covered, right?
It's true.
No, if they
Come
put this on the test,
If I
I'm just
made
gonna
it so
throw
that
it.
you're-
I'm
I
just gonna
killed you
literally
today,
just check
and
and
it's
be like,
easy on Thursday, you can say thank you.
That's true.
All right, okay, so continuing, -4 to the second. 16.
16.
Yeah.
You forgot 4 times 4 already?
Yeah.
We're going down, the hill now?
Yep,
Three to
it's
the
all
fourth.
going.
81.
81 times 15, it's gonna be some big.
19.
19,440.
19,400
Why are you
quarter?
doing this?
440.
Oh, 440. X to the 4th. Okay, next one. Now I'm cheating on you now, 3 to the 3rd.
27.
27 times 20 times negative
64?
Yep.
64. So we're gonna get a negative answer.
34,560.
X to the 3rd, right? Good. Folks, you're doing it. That's all that matters. All right, keep going. -4 to the 4th.
-256.
Positive.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And 3 to the second is 9 times 15. Oh, this is gonna be even bigger.
3, 4, 5,
What is
6,
it? Wait,
0.
3, 4,
5, 6, 0.
5, 6, 0, right?
It's the same number, just positive.
Oh, okay. X to the second. Okay. -4 to the 5th.
1024.
Negative what?
1024.
1024 times 3 times 6. So that's a negative answer.
-18,432.
432?
Yep.
X. Oh my God, we're at the end.
Thank
Oh, this is
goodness.
brutal. -4 to the 6th.
4096.
4096. Wow. Long.
Yuck.
Barely fits in the video.
So could this be one of your first problems if
Better
the
not
numbers
be.
well, I'm just gonna ask you. If the numbers inside aren't so crazy, could it be one of your first?
Yes.
I
Is
guess.
this a doable problem?
Yes.
Okay, so folks, I'll be here for a few minutes if you have some individual questions. I wish you good luck. I'll see you on Thursday. Go home and study. Make me proud. I want to mark some great papers on Thursday.
So what do we have, for the first question?
If
If I
anybody
throw my
wants
papers,
extra
no, got to
copies,
that problem.
there's no way my morning class takes
No.
takes
Done?
copies, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or you want to?
Take some copies. Yeah.
Pretty simple.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's multiply both sides by 2. It's pretty easy. We want that. Oh, and then go back to your original.
Yeah, isolated, that's why we